As of July 2017, 92 cities in Iowa currently have an ordinance on pit bulls. That means in certain cities, pit bulls are banned in Iowa. But it's not only prevalent in Iowa. Over 700 cities in 40 different states have upheld breed-specific legislation, and that's what this ordinance is called, according to the article, What States Have Banned Pit Bulls. Perhaps you or someone you know have been affected by this law because you were forced to give up or even put down your dog only because of what it looks like. There's a saying that says, "Don't judge a book by its cover," but that is exactly what this law is doing. The gray states, the yellow and the orange, are the ones that currently have BSL laws. Researching this topic, I've become more aware of the laws against pit bulls, especially since I have one myself. I've had this pit bull for 3 years, and she's never shown any aggression or threat to anyone in the community, and I've grown to love this breed, and knowing that they can't live wherever they want, I want to do whatever I can to stop the discrimination of pit bulls. In this speech, I'll be talking about the ineffectiveness of breed-specific legislation, the solution to this problem, and the benefits of the solution. First, I'll be talking about breed-specific legislation. In 1991, the Supreme Court of Iowa declared that pit bulls, pit bull dogs, or pit bull terriers are vicious and dangerous and can be banned in certain parts of Iowa. They require special licensings and standards, and this was in the case called American Dog Owners Association versus City of Des Moines, and they called this ordinance breed-specific legislation. But this law is very vague and difficult to enforce because the breed of a dog cannot be easily determined. This law focuses on the physical features and appearances of dogs instead of trying to focus on the actual breed. That means if your dog looks like a pit bull but is not biologically not one, they can still be removed from the certain part of Iowa. According to AVMA, American Veterinary Medical Association, a study by Maddie's Fund, a national shelter, said that people who are even very familiar with the breed of dog cannot even determine the breed of a mutt. Therefore, this law is vague. It also affects responsible dog owners. Often, dogs are euthanized just for the way that they look, but people who are responsible pet care owners have to move or give away their dogs just because of the way that it looks, even if it hasn't had any threats to the community. In reality, these dogs are assets to the community because they work in the military, police force, handicap community, and rescue services. So the problem is not the breed of dog, it's the owners that abuse their dogs. So this law is vague and prohibits responsible dog owners from keeping their dogs who are completely innocent. Now that we know the problem of BSL, breed-specific legislation, I want to describe the solution to you. Bad owners are usually the reason why dog bites occur, whether it's irresponsible training, insufficient containment, or not properly socializing the dog. I propose non-breed specific legislation, which will basically place the responsibility of bad dog behavior on the owners. According to the American Kennel Club, major cities like Detroit and Indianapolis have adopted this non-breed specific legislation. Also, states have adopted this as well and declared BSL unconstitutional, saying that it is vague and discriminates against certain dogs. The green states are the states that have currently prohibited BSL. Also, legislators of these states are pleased with how well it protects the community and preserves the rights of responsible owners. If these states and cities are implementing this law and say that it is very well, then I think Iowa should reconsider BSL and start implementing non-breed specific legislation. Now let's talk about the benefits of non-breed specific legislation. Pit bulls should not be the only breed that is punished for the lack of proper care. All dogs should be treated fairly and owners should be punished for their abuse. By implementing this law, owners will be responsible and all breeds will be under this law. Some benefits would be victims would receive the same justice for dog attacks regardless of the breed of dog. There would be less dog attacks because abusive owners would not be able to have a dog. And pit bulls could be shown in a good image instead of tarnishing it because of more education. Non-breed specific legislation will stop the discrimination against certain breeds and put bad dog owners in the spotlight for poor pet care. In conclusion, we have talked about the problem of breed-specific legislation, the solution to fix it, and the benefits of the solution. If implemented, responsible pit bull owners will have the freedom to live anywhere in Iowa with a peace of mind knowing their dog will not be stripped away from them. I encourage you to enact non-breed specific legislation so that the community can be safer and more accepting of all breeds. Call your local representative today, and for more information on pit bulls, visit www.realpitbull.com.